What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. You know, I'm reading clutchpoints.com and I'm reading a couple other sites, and I see that they're basically comparing Kawhi Leonard and Paul George to Anthony Davis. And the reason why they're comparing them is because of injuries and health issues. Now, Ramona Shelburne, she speaks on it for ESPN, and she says that Anthony Davis actually has been more available for the Lakers than Paul George and Kawhi Leonard has been for the Clippers. Anthony Davis played 138 games since he's been there, and Kawhi has played 102, and Paul George played 133 games. Now, I will say this. I think it's unfair to really judge them that way. I think it's honestly, it's, to me, how dare they judge them or try to compare those players, because first of all, Kawhi won 2 championships. Kawhi won 2 championships before he came to LA. And then when you talk about Anthony Davis wouldn't have no championships if it wasn't for the bubble. If it wasn't for the bubble, a place that was fit for the Lakers, fit for LeBron, a 4-month layoff, Anthony Davis wouldn't even stay healthy enough to help them win in the bubble, because Anthony Davis doesn't stay healthy at all. I mean, one thing I can say about Kawhi, most of the time, 99% of the time, Kawhi Leonard is healthy in the playoffs. He's been healthy enough to play in the playoffs most of the time. And when he's healthy in the playoffs, his teams usually go far. And he's the leader of the team that goes far. Anthony Davis is a part of a situation that LeBron is a part of. And LeBron is the guy. And Anthony Davis is the second guy. And as I said, if Anthony Davis didn't have 4 months off before the bubble, I mean, would Anthony Davis would have made it that far through the bubble and helped them win the championship? I don't think so. Because Anthony Davis can't stay healthy. He couldn't stay healthy ever since, the New Orleans Pelican days. I can remember Kawhi being healthy, for the most part with the Spurs, besides that 2017 season. And, he pretty much always been there in playoff time as well and played at a high level. Now, as far as Paul George, he hasn't won a championship. I understand that. But Paul George, the sum, is revered as a better player than Anthony Davis, because Anthony Davis, as I said, he's with LeBron James. That changed his whole lifestyle because he's with LeBron James. When he was on the Pelicans, what was he doing then? He wasn't leading teams anywhere. He wasn't going to the playoffs hardly. He made the AC one time and got dropped and smoked by the Warriors and Stephen Curry and Clay. And he really was a no-show after that. They went and got Boogie Cousins, and that didn't work out because he was injury prone along with Anthony Davis. And the operation really just didn't work out the way everybody hoped that it would have. And I'd be the first to say, Anthony Davis is a good player, great player at that. But my thing is, he's supposed to be the best player on the Lakers. And he can't even live up to that because he can't stay healthy. And he doesn't have the aggression at times. He doesn't play with that dog in him. And see, when you don't play with that dog in you, you know what I'm saying, that subside, that can take away a lot of championship aspirations, because you gotta play with that edge. Like when I look at Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak plays with that edge every single night, and that's the reason why the Bucks won a championship, because he plays on defense, he plays on offense, and he's just a freak of nature. And I'm not saying that overall he's more talented than Anthony Davis, because he's not more talented. He just works harder at his craft than Anthony Davis. It's like Anthony Davis doesn't take the game too serious anymore after he won that championship in the bubble. And he really hasn't been that great since the bubble. Kawhi Leonard has been great after any injury he's ever played with, and he's been great, for his career. The reason why he's a top 75 player. Him being a top 75 player is no doubt is what Ramona Shelburne didn't mention. The reason Anthony Davis being a top 75 player is a question mark. You see what I'm saying? So I don't really think it's no comparison there. If you want to do more comparison, if anything, you might want to compare Anthony Davis to Paul George. That might be more of a fair assessment, because Kawhi Leonard he was successful before he came to the Clippers. He's just really trying to add to his resume at this point and, help the Clippers win a championship because he's already well established. He's a top 75 player and he's got 2 championships, 2 finals MVPs, 2-time defensive player of the year, all NBA 4 times in his career. I mean, Kawhi has done it all just about. And he won the first Kobe Bryant All-Star MVP. So, I mean, Kawhi is well established. I mean, it's not even close. And Kawhi is a way better player, I think, than Anthony Davis all the way around the board. So, I mean, I think Ramona Shelburne is just wasting her time trying to compare, have any comparisons there. Kawhi can play less games, but he's got more championships. So that right there eliminates that conversation. You could say the less games he plays, but Kawhi may have played less games with the Clippers, but overall career, Kawhi's had more of an impact on the game of basketball than Anthony Davis ever have or probably ever will. So, I mean, I think that's just a waste of a conversation. I think it's a waste of just time. And I think Ramona's just trying to find something because she's a Lakers fan deep down inside. And I understand that, but don't waste time coming up with idiotic things that nobody gives a damn about. Because honestly, me, if I wasn't into the NBA and sports the way I am, I wouldn't really know who the hell Ramona Shelburne is. And I really don't give a damn who she is. She looks like a man to me, honestly. So I really don't give a damn about her opinion. She really just needs to stay her ass somewhere on ESPN and talk about something else, not coming up with BS takes like this because it really doesn't mean anything and it doesn't surface to a lot of people out there unless it's reported by people like me and others who really actually give the report and analysis a little bit different than the way she did. So, as I said, if she wants to compare Anthony Davis more to Paul George, you can, but Paul George, to me, I'm not going to say he's a better player than Anthony Davis, but at this point, what I've seen from Anthony Davis, he just doesn't even look like he can carry the torch for that team. He doesn't even look, the Lakers are thinking about trading him. They were thinking about trading him this offseason the same way they're thinking about trading Russell Westbrook. You don't hear nobody thinking about trading Kawhi and PG right now. You see what I'm saying? It just shows how less valuable Anthony Davis has been or is for the Lakers because they're thinking about trading him because they can't keep him healthy enough to stay on the court. And he just is not aggressive enough to be the best player on the team right now. So, I mean, if you're going to compare somebody, I don't think that's a great comparison. I personally think Anthony Davis is good at what he does for what the Lakers need when he's healthy, and vice versa for the Clippers with Kawhi and PG. And that's it. I don't really think that they need no more comparisons or no more anything like that. Just let them play when they play. Let them duke it out when they play each other in a 7-game series or when they play in the regular season 4 times. Let them play it out. Don't sit there and try to do all this comparison crap because it's a waste of time. I mean, they're all different players. Kawhi is the better player out of all 3, and on top of that, he has more championships than both of the other players. So Kawhi should be extinct from that conversation. Anthony Davis, really, let's see if Anthony Davis could live up to the hype of being the best player on the team. Let's see that, because I've seen Kawhi be the best player on the team and win multiple championships. I've seen Paul George be the best player on the team and carry a team almost to the finals against LeBron and the Miami Heat in the Big 3. I've never seen Anthony Davis put a team on his back and be the best player and be the guy and lead them somewhere. I've never seen him do that. Not throughout a whole season and going to the playoffs the way he's supposed to. A lot of people will look at the bubble as, that's hit or miss for Anthony Davis. I mean, a 4-month layoff, everybody's going to be healthy then. So, I mean, it's not really the same. It's not looked at as the same because if that's the case, Anthony Davis would have played better since the bubble, but he hasn't. So let's just see how he plays in this season. And let's see how healthy he stays. And then at the end of this season, maybe we can do more evaluating on top of in regards to the health. But let's just see what he does this season and see how much he stays on the floor and see how much better the Lakers are with him on the floor. Because essentially what it comes down to, he's going to have to help his team win. Not just be out there. You're going to have to help this team win. And I know Kawhi can help his team win. PG can help, them win as well. I don't know if Anthony Davis can help the Lakers win because he just doesn't have that dog in him. And like I said, there are times where he's just too clumsy and injury prone for them to even think about keeping him long term. So if Anthony Davis doesn't perform this year, they actually end up might trading him this offseason. So let's see what happens and let's see how it pans out. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. And hey, Cali out.